yesterday is done. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, hear what's happening. Don't you know we're the movers and we're the shapers, we're the names in tomorrow's papers, up to us now to show up. It's our time, breathe it in. Worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn coming through. Me and you, pal, me and you.
Feel how it quivers on the brink.
What?
Everything gives you the shivers, makes you think. So much stuff to sing. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, where what's happening. Long ago, all we had was that funny feeling, saying someday we send 'em reeling. Now it looks like we can. Someday just began.
Something is stirring, shifting ground. It's just begun. Edges are blurring all around, and yesterday is done. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, hear what's happening. Don't you know we're the movers and we're the shapers, we're the names in tomorrow's papers, up to us now to show up. It's our hands on the clock, give us room and start the clock. Our dreams coming true, me and you, now me and you, 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 me and you.
Here he is. I'll tell you later. Okay.
To begin, there's a lost sparkly bracelet. If anyone wants to claim it, Lisa Wilson is in the back. Oh, right there.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Nancy Dobkin.
And yay! And I'm Barry Rubin.
Yay! And we're delighted to be co-chairs of the 17th annual Tuned In, the Larry Dobkin event. We are excited to be together to celebrate Response for Teens and to honor our dear friend Linda Soroff Siegel. And by the way, wasn't that an amazing performance by the musical theater group from the Chicago Academy of the Arts? We are looking forward to hearing more from them later. As we gather this afternoon, we'd like to acknowledge the current crisis in Israel. We pray for the safe return of all the hostages and the safety of all the innocent lives impacted by the war.
Last night, at the close of Shabbat, we celebrated Havdalah, during which we sang Shavua Tov. This song prays for a good week, a week of peace and a week of joy. We hope and pray that there will soon be peace and joy for all affected by this crisis. We also hope that you enjoyed the Jewish deli in the room next door. The deli exhibit is more than just about food. It's about community, a place to meet, to see old friends, make new ones in a safe, comfortable environment. Similar to the local deli, Response for Teens offers a welcoming and safe space where teens can receive assistance dealing with life's multiple challenges, meet new friends, and be the best of themselves.
In addition to supporting Response for Teens, this event is a lasting tribute to my late husband, Larry Dobkin, a longtime supporter and advocate for young people throughout our community. We are pleased to share that to date, we have raised over $150,000, and I'm sure after today we'll raise, 30,000 more, in support of Tuned In. It is because of all of you that Response can make such a difference in the lives of so many young people. Thank you for your generosity, and thank you for being here this afternoon.
We would also like to acknowledge Tuned In's hard-working committee, the Response Advisory Council, and along with both Response and JCSF staff, who have shared their professionalism and expertise so that every detail of Tuned In tonight is just right. RAC members, Response, and JCSF staffs, please stand up. Thank you for being such an amazing group.
We also want to acknowledge the Jewish United Fund for their ongoing partnership in serving our community. With us this afternoon is Congressman Brad Schneider. He was a very good friend of Larry, so here he is. And he represents our 10th district. We also want to recognize Highland Park Council member Annette Lidauer. Annette? Along with Michael Capone, chair of the JCFS Board of Directors, Stacy Shore, JCFS president and chief executive officer, along with the other board members and honorary directors of JCFS that are here with us this afternoon. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here to celebrate our honoree Linda, our extraordinary team Gabe, and the incredible work of Response for Teens.
Finally, a reminder that this year's raffle prizes are amazing, and the winners will be announced at the end of the evening. A special last-minute prize to help make this evening a more memorable one will be an extra-large salami, guaranteed not to clog the arteries.
And tell them they could pick a ticket.
And if you'd like, you can pick a free ticket in the back. Now to continue the program, please direct your attention to this short video about Response for Teens community, outreach, and education.
We're Response for Teens. Of course we teach comprehensive. We're Response for Teens. Of course we teach comprehensive, medically accurate, and developmentally appropriate sexual health education.
We're Response for Teens. Of course we introduce ourselves with our pronouns, and we encourage you to do the same.
We're Response for Teens. Of course we believe in science.
We're Response for Teens. Of course we provide therapy for young people and their families.
Hi, my name's Genevieve. This is Brittany. That is Alyssa and her dog. And we are community educators at JCFS Response for Teens. What is JCFS Response for Teens, you ask? Amazing question. Let's get into it. Our mission at Response is to provide education, outreach, and counseling in a teen-friendly and safe environment. Alyssa, Brittany, and I are on the community education team. So we're not in the counseling department, but we work very closely with the entire multidisciplinary team here at Response. Our primary role in the community ed department is to bring comprehensive sexuality education to middle and high schools in the Chicago area. We are passionate about making all things sex ed accessible to the teens in our community.
Welcome back to Response Talk. Hey y'all, welcome
Welcome back to Response Talk. I'm Brittany, my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm a community educator at JCFS Response for Teens. You're watching the first episode of what we're calling Rapid Response, where we'll answer 5 questions about any given topic in under a minute. Questions will be about topics such as comprehensive sex ed, physical health, mental health, teen life, and so much more. Instead of running out there where it's super cold, we'll speed things up in here. Let's get started. Question number 1, what categories of drugs exist? The 7 main categories of drugs are stimulants, depressants, hallucinogens, dissociatives, opioids or opiates, inhalants, and cannabis. Question number 2, what is the legal age in Illinois to buy vapes or e-cigarettes? 21. Question number 3, can alcohol impair your judgment? Yes, alcohol can lead to poor decision making about taking risks, including unsafe sexual behavior, drinking and driving, violent or aggressive behavior. It also can change the structure of your brain and lead to addictive behavior. Question number 4, what is fentanyl? Fentanyl is a powerful addictive opioid used to treat chronic pain. Powdered fentanyl looks a lot like other drugs such as cocaine or MDMA, and oftentimes drug users don't even know that their drugs are laced with super addictive and sometimes lethal fentanyl. Question number 5, what can you do if you suspect somebody has overdosed on drugs? Overdoses can be really scary and sometimes fatal, so the first thing to do is stay calm and call 911. Some states, including Illinois, have legalized the use of naloxone or Narcan, which can reverse the effects of an overdose. Fun fact, Chicago Public Libraries carry free naloxone. Woo! We did it! Thank you for tuning in to our first episode of Rapid Response.
Here at Response for Teens, and thank you so much for having us today. Does everyone know what TikTok is? You might have heard a little bit in the news about it lately. Who has a TikTok account? Joe Biden, yeah. Joe Biden has TikTok, yeah. Well, for those of you that raised your hand, now you can follow us on either Instagram or TikTok now that you've seen our amazing work, particularly by the community ed team. You can see how magical they are. For those of you that don't know what TikTok is, it's a social media platform mainly used to create short videos and like funny skits and dances and memes and educational information. And the main audience is teens, right? And Joe Biden. The mashup we just watched features clips from our own Response TikTok, featuring our team of community educators who put out content for teens on our social media channels each week. Social media is just a small part of our weekly work, but it's a really, really important part. And the community education team of Alyssa, can you wave, yeah? Brittany, and Genevieve have been busy meeting with parents, professionals, and young people in schools, synagogues, and libraries across Chicago. When we visit classrooms, we offer students a chance to submit anonymous questions, since a lot of the time they are slightly uncomfortable asking about personal issues in front of their classmates. We get quite a few questions about sexuality, about drugs, gender identity, body image, and relationships. Other times they just want to say something or talk to us that they haven't been able to share, perhaps in front of other people in their lives. Recently, one student at the Knapp School used an opportunity for us to be there to ask for a one-on-one conversation. And they were so grateful to be able to make that connection with us. From a comprehensive curriculum for the classroom to innovative programming in the community, the team is passionate about both their work and being a positive force in young people's lives. I thank you, and I want to introduce our director, David Lipschutz, to come to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa. And thank you all for being here today. Intuitively, we know that community and relationships are fundamental. We know that no new life, family, or teen can live in isolation. And that space between isolation, loneliness, and interdependency, response sits. In the absence of interdependence or connection, response offers a lifeline towards health, towards healing. What a privilege it is to be part of an interdependency of youth and their caregivers attempting to flourish, make meaning, and find health, however you define it. Being a link in a family's developmental life or offering engaging in insightful classroom education discussion is at the core of our vision. Our vision of being the gold standard in adolescent treatment and education is not just a moniker or slogan, but it's something that we are striving towards daily. With all the adversities youth are facing in this incredibly complex and amazing world, we have this bedrock of support emanating from each one of you here tonight, this afternoon, from JCFS as a whole and from the larger community. For that, we are truly grateful. This past year has been one of growth and new faces at Response. The video we just watched is just one way our community educators are reaching teens. They are also in schools every week teaching healthy communication, relationships, identity, mental health related topics, and partnering with community organizations to raise awareness about the issues adolescents face and navigate. You can read more about Alyssa, Brittany, Alyssa, and Genevieve in your ad book. On the clinical side, our mental health therapists are experts in adolescent development and bring empirical approach to help young people address difficult issues they may be facing, like depression, anxiety, panic, stress, family struggles, identity, school refusal, and much more. We work closely not only with teens, but with their caregivers. Without them, the necessary changes will not happen. In our clinical work, the response team seeks to empower youth by providing them an opportunity to heal, recover, and find ways to help them resume their developmental growth. And by resuming growth, we know that teens then get a chance to thrive. I would like to thank our friends at the Jewish United Fund, Jewish Federation of Metropolitan Chicago for their ongoing support of our youth and families. And special thanks to the Response Advisory Council, RAC, who are committed to teens and their well-being by ensuring we will be here for years to come. Finally, as mentioned, we couldn't do this without each one of you. Every one of you here this evening is in support of the critical work that I've described. Thank you.
This afternoon, I'll be presenting the 2024 Extraordinary Teen Award. Response established this award to shine a light on the teens doing great things in their community. Thank you to the committee that reviewed the nominations and carefully considered every submission. The nominations we received were impressive. Some of the finalists are here tonight. If they would please stand so that we can recognize you with a round of applause. We look forward to hearing about all the great things you'll accomplish. And now, I want to introduce our 2024 Extraordinary Teen Award winner, Gabe Cooper. Gabe was nominated by Eli Newell from Mishkan, Chicago. In the words of Eli, what stands out to me about Gabe, above all, his unconditional kindness, his generosity of spirit, and his infectious curiosity. The way he moves through the world is becoming of a true mensch, which just makes Gabe's multifaceted contributions to his community all the more impressive. Here are a few of Gabe's many achievements. Gabe is a Diller Teen Fellow and a competitive runner. He loves planning community service events and tutoring youth at Salazar Bilingual Center, developing engaging high holiday programming with Mishkan, organizing service opportunities for his BBYO chapter, and distributing care kits on his daily commute. Gabe, let me get the award. Where is it? Okay. Where's the award? They said it was over. Where is it?
That's fine.
Lisa's coming. They said it was here.
It's right underneath here.
Oh, underneath here. Okay. That's it. Okay. So, Gabe, it says, let me read this. For having the courage to lead and making a difference in our community, we truly believe Gabe is deserving of this honor. Congratulations. I'm gonna read this.
Thank you so much. That's maybe for the end. Thank you. Hi there. It's like bar mitzvah, but for my actual bar mitzvah, I got to hide behind the screens. It's super scary. All right, well, hello. My name is Gabriel Cooper, and I'm honored to have the chance to talk to you all today. Can you hear me all right? When giving me this chance to speak, Ms. Wilson asked me to share why I do the service that I do. And initially, it seemed like a simple question. So I put off writing the speech for a week, and then a month. But when I sat down to write this morning, I realized that the answer is really complicated. I worked with Eli to make High Holidays awesome for younger kids because when I was younger, somebody worked to make them awesome for me. But I'll spend hours planning a SAC lunch making event for my BBYO chapter because it's fulfilling to make a difference. And I'll spend my afternoons tutoring students in math just because I love it. The reason of why individuals choose to do good is a fascinating one. It's the question of why Eli, after not having seen me for 3 months, decided to take time out of his day to nominate me for this award. It's the question of why Ms. Siegel chooses to dedicate so much time and effort towards making this world a better place. Uncovering why people would do good would be finding out why all of you guys are here instead of having a blast at some bar to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Truly, in a world where it's hard enough to get by looking after only ourselves, I have to ask, how can we do mitzvot for others? And each of us has our own answer. Because mitzvot are core to Judaism, because it's how we were raised, because we want recognition, or maybe because we want fulfillment. But I also believe that on some level, everybody does mitzvot for the same reason. We all want to play a role in building a better world. We all believe in the Jewish value of tikkun olam, repairing the world. No matter our backgrounds or beliefs, we all share, at least to some extent, everybody, a desire for a more peaceful, more fair, more accepting, more loving world. In this sense, doing mitzvot is the greatest unifier, since each act of mitzvah is an example of our individual commitment towards building a better future together. I really want to express my heartfelt gratitude to Eli for thinking of me and taking the time to write such a nice nomination. Of course, and also for all the amazing fun we had working together on the Museum of Awe and Purim Carnival. Really, thank you so much for all of your support. I can't express my thanks enough to Rabbi Lizzie for being here. And I really appreciate my parents and brothers, Jude and Noah, for everything they do for me that enables me to do what I do. And it's just I'm so grateful for it. And especially to JCFS and the response community. First of all, for this extraordinary honor, but really mostly just for being here. I feel so accepted and appreciated and truly fantastic. So thank you.
Congratulations, Gabe, again. Congratulations. Your ambition, caring spirit, and energy are truly an inspiration. We are lucky to have you as part of our community, so thank you. And now, please join me once again welcoming the Chicago Academy of Arts Musical Theater on stage.
to do and where to start. Things are falling all apart, trying hard to move ahead, but keep losing ground instead. Still I have to take a chance, putting fear and doubt aside. Had no warning in advance, nothing left to do but try. And I just might make it work, I just might make it after all. I just might rise above the hurt, though I've suffered quite a fall. But I have to get a grip and hold on to it like a vice. Have to face the fallen chips. I just might make it, I just might. You're the one that keeps me strong. You're the shoulder I lean on. Hard to swallow pride when I think I've had enough. I think of you and tough enough. Know the truth inside. Love's a weapon and a tool, and I'm nobody's fool. Nobody's fool. I'll just try to right what's wrong and just keep on keeping on. But I just might make it work. I just might make it after all. Just might rise above the hurt. Though I've suffered quite a fall. Though I suffer, I might live to see the day. Hey, hey, I'm alright. I'm alright. Alright. Go on either way. Rise above it. I just might be stronger than I know. I might really be surprised. Gotta get on with my life. I just might. I just might. I just might make it. I just might. Something got you down, got you chained and bound. Well, break it. If you built a wall and you know it needs to fall, then shake it. Something that you know is damming up the flow. Tear the dam down, let me explain it. If you don't take the reins, it's gonna stay the same. Nothing's gonna change if you don't change it. Something on your mind is nagging all the time. Well, fix it. Something in your life isn't sitting right, then nix it. If you lost your place, something in your face, all the do die day, and you can't name it. That feeling in your gut that's got you in a rut. You're made of better stuff, and you can't change it. Change it, you don't want your little light to never shine. Change it, turn it up on bright and get your goals in line. There's those who dare to claim it. A better day is on the way, only you can change it. You can change it. Come on and make a change. Change it. You can change it. You can change. You don't want your little light to never shine. Turn it up on bright and use it all the time. There's a great new world out there for those who dare to claim it. A better day is on the way, only you can change it. Stand up, grab a hold, give everything you got. When the road is dark and cold, walk on, fearing none. Get your life in order. Clean house, then rearrange it. Here we are, we've come so far, committed now. Tear them down, down, down. Change it.
Thank you. I'm Mark Slutsky. What you just heard from those incredible young voices are words that really are why we're here today. Most of us, as we look around, feel a sense of guilt for the world we're leaving our children and our grandchildren. They're struggling to express their personal identities, whether they be their sexual identity, their political identities, or even their Jewish identities. Many of our best and brightest kids wonder if the values we taught them are the values that we live by and are the values that they'll be able to live by in our complicated and painful world. And for many of the next generation, there's uncertainty whether they will have the same good life that we had and that we thought always was part of a world that was getting better and better. Response for teens is one response of our community to help. My close friend, Larry Dobkin, after his own father died young, always worried about his mortality. On a personal level, he was always invested in making sure he left what he could in lessons and values for his children. He was involved in response because he understood that those needs were felt by all children in our chaotic and disorganized world. And so, in a sense, the legacy that he left on a personal and communal level is the basis for our being here today, for our celebrating, remembering, looking forward to the future, but with a cautious and worried sense. Today, my particular privilege is to realize that these things that we want to do just don't happen. Today, we're honoring Linda Soroff Siegel. We're honoring Linda because she's been an extraordinary partner in her life. She's been the matriarch of a family that's widespread in its perspectives, its views, and its geographic location. She's been an educator of children. She's been a lawyer. She's been a leader in the community. And mostly, Linda is a friend. When we read about Abraham in Torah, God says, Abraham, Abraham, and Abraham says, Hineni. But somebody has to call Abraham. Nobody ever has to call Linda. Linda does it on her own. Linda senses needs. Linda senses problems. Linda senses where she can make a difference. And Linda says things should be better. In the many contexts that I've worked with Linda and been friends with Linda and celebrated with Linda and mourned with Linda, I know this about Linda. She puts the relationship and the well-being of others as important to her as what she does for herself in her own life. I wondered often, how does Linda do this? And then I realized that Linda has a distinct style. And if you've been in a conversation, as I've had on Shabbat morning after Shabbat morning with Linda, you'll understand it. It starts off with a bit of humility. Linda says, I'm not sure if what I'm about to say makes any sense, is relevant, fits, or belongs in the conversation. And then she then gives you the conventional wisdom and the facts that she's certainly researched and understands. And then just about when you think Linda's finished, she then gives you her critique of what she's told you and exactly the path you should follow to do it right.
I agree.
And as a brother, I think more than anyone else, Steve, you can say that Linda, which she attributes some of her most individual thoughts to your parents, and particularly that caring country doctor father, often masks Linda's fierce thoughtfulness, drive, and determination. And in that way, she not only is effective, but provides a role model to all of us. Every one of us does more, does it better, and does it with more enthusiasm because Linda Siegel is in our lives. And when we at Response Center, and I speak for Barbara and for me and for the people, the other people who have been honored here in the past, Jill and Sherry, and the Romanovs and Bruce, I realize that all of us have been influenced here and in so many ways by Linda, and that quality is what is beyond formal leadership. It's the quality of making the world that you're in one in which everyone else around you is better. We're going to see a film, a short video, that will share with you how those in Linda's life understand, appreciate, and love her.
My Bubby is who I aspire to be. So wise, so compassionate.
Whatever Linda does, she does it full on. She is passionate about it. I saw firsthand the kind of teacher she was. She was gifted and creative, and in an uncanny way, she was able to bring out the best in every single student she taught.
I learned both from some work in college and that experience how important the early years of a child's life are in terms of his or her later development. Then, when I became an attorney, I had the occasion to represent teens in juvenile court. And I saw up close and personal the effects, devastating effects, of not making healthy lifestyle choices were. And that had a great impact on me. And so when I had the opportunity to support an organization that was indeed, whose raison d'etre was to help kids make these healthy choices, I was on board.
We were at a holiday dinner, and Uncle Mooney, her late husband, said, you know, Aunt Linda's going to be retiring soon, and you need to get her involved in the Jewish community. When the nominating committee of JFCS came up and said, you know, do you have anybody to nominate? I said, yes, I do. Well, in terms of response, you know, I feel because Larry Dobkin of blessed memory tuned in, Linda was immediately on board. And I think the fact that she continues to be a consistent supporter is her way of honoring his memory. But it also is very important to her because she feels it's such a worthwhile endeavor. Linda's always thinking about, how can I get somebody involved? Who can I bring along? Who would be beneficial? She brings a very analytical mind to things. And she's fearless. She's not afraid to ask questions.
She knows what an impact helping the youth could have on entire generations.
Well, it's no surprise that Linda would want to support an organization like Response. Her teaching background puts her in a perfect position because she cared so much about the well-being of her students. And she really finds the concern for the youth today and mental health issues to be such a priority.
It would be beyond presumptuous for me in my demographic to give teens and young people advice. But having said that and meaning it, I will presume to give one piece of advice, and that is this. If you are experiencing issues, it is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's a sign of strength to be able to go and get help with those things. And so I recommend that if the need arises, call Response.
I just want you to know that everything you do doesn't go unnoticed. And I feel so grateful for having you as my bubby.
I am so proud of you. You are truly the best. And Response is so, so lucky to have you. We love you, we treasure you, and we wish you all the best. May you go from strength to strength. Mazel tov.
The big salon.
I feel like Monty Hall. Linda, this is what you're getting. Linda.
Oh.
There's a formal task in this. For your dedication to strengthening our community, when the foundation is strong, our young people can thrive. And when our young people thrive, It will keep us active, challenged, and alive. Mazel tov.
Thank you. Wow, I think I should quit while I'm ahead. That's what yes, I'm rather short. Thank you all for being present, here or virtually. You are here because you care. I am here because I care. I checked and I rechecked my bio and my resume. I did not see the word honoree anywhere on either of them. However, I did see the word cheerleader. Yes, believe it or not, I was a high school cheerleader. And a cheerleader's task is to praise, to thank, and to encourage her teams. That's my privilege to do today. So thank you to David, the talented director of Response, and his team of dedicated clinicians and community educators. Gratitude is also due to the members of the Response Advisory Council. You've heard about them. They are passionate advocates and ambassadors for Response. Now, we're all enjoying decorations, food, the results of the creative work of the event co-chairs, Nancy Dobkin and Barry Rubin, and their entire planning committee. And my extra thanks to Nancy and Barry for their personal encouragement. My deep appreciation goes to staff members, Lisa Wilson and Alana Cedar-Rosen. They have, with great patience, and I do mean they needed great patience, guided me through this process. As the cheerleader for the stars of the video, I'm calling Hollywood agents for them. Thank you to my extraordinarily wonderful grandson, Eric, whose warmth, compassion, and kindness are all-encompassing, which you could probably see. Thank you to Terry Barnett, a talented and cherished friend of long-standing, almost family, as her mother used to call me, her third Tochter, which is Jewish for daughter. And to Fran Levy, thank you for being my niece and my friend, for introducing me to JFCS, now JCFS, and I will always mix up those initials, and for orchestrating the magnificent Siegel-Zuckerman family gift. The success of this event is due in large measure, in addition to the people I've mentioned, to the efforts of the folks on the honorary committee. They wrote notes, otherwise encouraged people to participate, and made their own generous gifts. They are Terry and Steve Barnett, Jody and Peter Berkman, Fran and Mark Levy, Bonnie and David Miller, Randy and Rob Romanoff, Mally Rutkoff, Maureen Statland, and Barbara and Mark Slutsky. Thank you all so much. And speaking of the Slutskys, thank you for your thoughtful introduction today, for your many kindnesses through the years, and for my wonderful Eitz Chaim community. Quoting a dear friend who was also an attorney, figuratively speaking, I really know how to pick a jury. I am blessed with friends whom I cherish as family and love as friends. I am blessed with family members whom I love and value as friends. My most profound gratitude to all my families, those whose memories are now truly blessings, my brother Steve and his 4 kids and partner Peggy, my grandson Eric and his wife, my granddaughter Caroline, his parents in New Hampshire, Robin and Alan, and his sister Emily and her family in Prague, a little too far to be with us. To the Zoke and Sorofs who raised me, I said I shouldn't do this, but it's to the Zuckerman Siegels who made me their own, and to the Glicks who embraced me. And one more person. We are here at Tuned In, the Larry Dobkin event. Larry, of blessed memory, heard a little bit about him. He passionately supported Response with his brilliance, his warmth, and his charisma. I was privileged to know him and his family at Eitz Chaim. His smiles at the accomplishments of all the kids as they came to Torah, but especially his own, those smiles would light up this whole room. I knew if Larry supported Response, it had to be an important and meaningful program, and indeed it is. I care deeply about the well-being of young people. The teenage phase of life has always been challenging, and it's been pointed out it's even more so today. I believe that the challenges of helping a teen develop self-respect and the skills needed to make wise choices, as difficult as those challenges are, they're not as difficult as fixing a broken adult. We need Response. Thank you.
We should have turned it to it. I know I have to put whatever I added. Okay. All right. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Before we draw the raffle, I would like to thank my amazing co-chair, Barry, and the rest of the RIC for their time and leadership focused on making this event so memorable. I'd like to thank my good friend, Donna Kellner, for putting together all our wonderful ice cream sundae themed centerpieces. I also want to thank my friend, fellow docent, fellow RAC member, Gail Dallas, for supplying the Response for Teens aprons that our staff is wearing. I also would like especially to thank all of you. Your contribution matters, and because of this support, you have changed someone's life. I also want to thank the Illini for being Big Ten champions. Larry loved the Illini, and it's amazing that this happened today at Tuned In. So now we will, okay. Now we're going to pull the raffles, and our first raffle is going to be for what Mark picked up, our extra large salami. So I'm using the number generator from Google, and we'll see what it says. Barry will be my witness. A22, are you here? Who has ticket A22? Who's I? Well, come up and get your salami. Congratulations. All right. And what is your name?
Gary.
Gary, congratulations. The winner of the big salami. And now we're waiting for the raffles, and wait until the very end when we call your name, and you'll go to the back raffle table to collect your prize. Okay? All right, so we want okay, the biggest one last, the California one, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. This is extra lean corned beef. Scott Liederman, are you here? Well, you still could win, so it's okay. Okay.
I've got this one here.
Okay. Go ahead and pick, Barry.
This is the...
Here we go. Go up really high.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the
classic chopped salad.
Classic chopped salad, Lila Martyr. Are you here, Lila? Okay, well, we need to remember, let's put this in order. You got it? Oh, okay, good. Okay. All right. The next one is mishmash soup. Oh, well, Erwin Friedman? Are you here, Erwin? Okay, you're here, okay. And what's this one? Chicago style hot dog. Greta Rothschild. I know she's here. I did see her. Okay. Okay. All right. This is a hot dog. And last but not least, the California Club. Jordan Kagan. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's all, yes. All right, and Barry, this is you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, I'd like to also thank my co-chair Nancy for her support,
Okay.
her guidance, her smile, and always making sure I have an open lane. Congratulations to all our raffle winners. Mazel tov once again to our honoree Linda Soroff-Siegel and to our extraordinary team recipient Gabe Cooper. A special thank you to the musical theater group from Chicago Academy of the Arts for sharing your extraordinary talents. Thank you all. On behalf of the Tuned In Committee, the Response Advisory Council, Response, and all of us at JCFS, thank you for celebrating with us tonight. As they say in the deli business, a celebration is always a big deal. Thank you.
Really fast, we have some deli aprons we're going to give out with the number generator, so keep your tickets. Hold on. Okay, A9. Anyone have A9? Okay, you get Response for Teens apron. You'll go in the back and get it. Another apron goes to A25. Is that A25? Yes. Oh, wow, you get an apron. And the third apron goes to number 16, A16. Anyone here with A16? All right, we'll pick another one. Oh, did he win it? Oh, you get to have an apron. All right. Lori, were you going to say grab a gift on the way out, right? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And there's a small gift. Grab a gift on your way out. Don't forget to grab it, and thank you.
Where's the gifts?
It should be on the way out.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good,
You
great
did great.
Thank you.
Mazel tov.
We
That's great.
We made it.
Oh my God, you made it. Now you can take it. It was amazing.
And we're 10
Thank you.
minutes early.